Stan Gibilisco here with a little more tidbittery about the TOR browser, and this in particular relates to the Google search engine. Like when you Google on something. Last night I had a rather unusual experience using the Google web browser or search engine with my regular web browser, which is Google Chrome, on my notebook computer, the old Windows 7 machine that just keeps puttering along despite its claim that its battery is no good. There's something very interesting happened, and that is that when I went to do just an ordinary Google search, not to check my email, not to check anything in particular that would relate to me specifically, it asked me to sign in to my Google account. It hardly ever does that. I mean, you go to any computer, you should be able to use Google to search for something without having to sign in. I did not take the bait and did not use Google at that moment to search for anything. Now, I have used Google quite a lot on my iPad, and I think that may have my identity, my sign-in information already pre-built into it. So I may have already spilled those beans. Trite scan is out of range inside. So I can't hear it going off anyway out here. That roar you hear in the background is the sound of the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally, the annual Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. The height of the summer in the Black Holes of Dakota Territory, United States of Adventure. And anyway, in any case, beware of that possible glitch. I suspected that maybe a hacker had somehow gotten a hold of the Google search engine and created a false notice that you were supposed to sign in. And of course, if I had signed in, I would have included the information I would use to edit YouTube videos or to check my email. But I shouldn't have to use that just to search on a routine basis. I think it had something to do with Medicare. Now, I don't care if the NSA or the CIA or anybody like that finds out what I'm searching for on Google. They probably have other ways of finding that stuff out anyway. Because I'm not searching for anything that I wouldn't be ashamed for people to know about, or anything illegal or anything like that. But if a hacker were to get a hold of that information, I certainly want to remain private with respect to them, to hackers. So that made me think maybe just to conduct routine Google searches, I might want to invent a false identity, completely fictitious, and then use that identity with the TOR browser. The TOR browser is a version of Firefox, and its search engine by default seems to be something called DuckDuckGo, which I love to call Quack-Quack-A-Go-Go. So that would be my first inclination. My second inclination would be to wait until later before I do any Google searches, or to use a different search mechanism such as Bing. I think Yahoo might have one. There might be others. I don't know if Alta Vista still has one, but avoiding Google as my search engine. I've probably already been compromised, and that may explain some of the things that have happened to recently happened to some of my friends and relatives, which is that somebody has spoofed their email and sent weird messages out to all the people on their list, which of course is on the Google mail system, so that like it would be easy for a hacker to get into Gmail and send some horrible thing in your name to everybody on your mailing list. They'd probably recognize that it wasn't you. I've had that happen. I've had weird messages like that from other people, acquaintances and business associates or colleagues as well. So, and it may have happened to you too. Oftentimes, if you have an alternate email address that you send everything, you can send a CC to everything to that email address just to be sure it went out, you would see that you had sent yourself this bogus message. But if you really are serious about avoiding hackers, that could be one good reason and a legitimate reason to use TOR. But remember, never ever, if you do see sign in for your Google search engine, you'd have to make sure to use that fake identity, and don't use a Windows computer, because Windows 10 in particular, I believe, has a way of phoning home, and it might phone home with your true identity, and all will be lost. I guess in this world, there's so many things to worry about now, what between getting blown up by a screwball over in North Korea, or by provoking World War III, the military buildups of China and Russia, and all of these scandals in Washington, and all of the potential things that are happening to health care. If you really want to make yourself sick with worry, it's very easy these days to do that. But then again, remember, Mark Twain's old saw, I'll say it again, life is a series of catastrophes, 95% of which never occur. I might say 99% of which never occur. That seems to be more like my experience. But those 1 out of 100 instances in which something really bad happens. You want to focus your whole life on 1%? I don't know. You tell me. No, don't tell me. I don't want to know. Stan Gibilisco signing off. Until, I hope that made sense, but in case it doesn't, until I'm able to make sense, so long.